Okay, so this is a retrap goldfinch. This is a bird that we ringed previously. Looking at the database, this was actually ringed on the 15th of March 2016, so it's actually quite a reasonable age for a goldfinch. Generally they would only live perhaps 2 or 3 years, so it's already surpassed that. This bird is an adult female, so we can tell the age of the bird by the condition of the feathers. So the primary coverts and the greater coverts here are all the same age, which means that we can say it's an adult. We know its age because of having ringed it previously, but if we were to catch it new, we can tell it's an adult from that. It's a female because the red doesn't extend beyond the back of the eye, so it's just above the sort of hind of the eye. But at this time of the year, because birds have been breeding, we can also have a look to see if they're in a breeding state. So just by blowing up the belly, I can see that this bird has actually got a brood patch, so where it's actually sitting on a nest, sitting on the eggs, keeping them warm. So we can tell that's a female from that. So we take some standard measurements. So we measure the wing, what we call maximum chord of the wing. So that's 77 millimeters. We look to see the condition of the bird, so we look at how much fat the bird's carrying. So it's got a trace of fat and its pectoral muscle as well, so to see if it's healthy. And then last thing that we do is to weigh the bird. So we just pop him into this little pot, pop him on the scales, pop her in the scales. 16.2, so that's a good healthy weight. Okay, and then we can release the bird. The mist nets that we use are very fine nylon mesh, so strung between 2 poles. Basically the birds can't see the net when they're flying along through the sort of bushes, and they'll go into the mist net and they'll fall down into a pocket which is created by some sort of taut tension lines that run through the net. The net's very sort of movable. It moves with the bird, so the bird, although it's trapped, it's not actually sort of stopped from moving, so it can move quite freely. It just can't get out of the net. And then we go around every sort of 10 to 15 minutes, check the nets, and if we've got a bird, then we'll take the bird out of the net, extract it from the net, pop it into a bag just so that it keeps calm, and then we bring it back to the observatory to ring it. Birds are absolutely fine when you're holding them. I think, like most animals, if you're a pet owner, if you hold an animal confidently and it feels safe, then it will relax and it will be absolutely calm. And birds, if they think they can get away, then they'll flap and try and get away. But if you're holding it properly, and one of the things about ringing is that to become or to get a license to ring, it takes probably around about 2 to 3 years of quite extensive training to get to a proficient stage. So it's something that needs a lot of practice, but it's very easy to in effect hold a bird once you know what you're doing, and as long as you do it confidently, then there's no harm to the bird. So the ring number is Z670563. So just put the ring on so that the ring fits around the leg. The ring moves up and down quite freely, revolves around, so it's no hindrance to the bird. Very similar to us wearing a wristwatch, so that once it's on the bird they don't really notice that it's there. It's a very lightweight aluminium, so there's no sort of issue to the bird in that sense. So we're going to age the bird. So this is a female chaffinch. They're always a little bit flappy, these, and I can see here that the feathers on the greater coverts and primary coverts are all the same age, so it's an adult female. So it's a 4 female. Again, it's got a brood patch, so this bird has been breeding this year. Wing measurement 83 millimeters. Fat one, pack muscle one. And 21.6 weight.